for all your help getting going this morning, but please go have a sip of coffee.
Yes, thanks. Yeah, I think I should do that.
Good morning, everyone. We've had just a hint of rain overnight. Oh, that's good. Morris is here. Marty's here. It's so when Marty's in the tall chair, you know it's warm enough that he doesn't care about being on the... But that's going to change tonight, boys. That's going to change tonight. We're going to be down in the 30s. Hi, Morris. Good morning, buddy. It was a leaf. I got startled there for a minute. I thought it was a bee. It was a leaf on a spider web. We had just the smallest amount of rain, which is actually kind of not great because, as I showed yesterday, we have all of this gritty seed, fall leaf, something or other coming down. You can see it here on the blue carpet. And in a perfect world, I would have had time to blow that all off before it got wet. But it's whatever. You know, you got to deal with what you got to deal with. Well, we've got light rain and a leaf blower. I've cleaned all the water. And, yeah, it's 8:40 already, so I got to get back in the house and keep moving so we can leave for Charlotte. Running out of time. Running out of morning. Good morning.
That's right. Today's the day.
I told Donnie broke the orange rule for November, but this was good too. I like the nice bright shirt and the white seats. It shows us getting there at 11:52. I checked in with Grok and he looked at current I-85 conditions and it looks fine to take I-85 down. We might want to consider 49 back. And he also said you can get off at 49 approaching the school and come in the other way if traffic looks heavy just north of the school, which we sort of know, but it's good to be reminded that we should make that decision.
Yeah, the traffic coming home and then both directions on
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Going down there today, I'm not too concerned.
We had a little light rain shower, but we've got sun now. We're not going to have any serious weather pour down rains between here and there. Yes.
It's supposed to actually clear up.
Yeah. So anyway, it shows us getting there around noon, and that's what I told Johnny. And let's roll. Of course, Dawn is trying to have complete...
All right. I did back it out of the garage only because...
Well, you're stopping anyway.
Right. Because I needed to load up the car. Well, she's starting off the trip a little...
But if she figures it out... Oh, no.
Did I do home? Is it... Where's it trying to go?
I don't know. It might be trying... I don't know, Donnie. She's obviously trying to take you home. I can't get the...
Well, hang on a second.
Because of the backup. Nope, she thinks she's supposed to be going to school.
Well, it's all right. This is you know,
hey, as long as she's driving and you're getting end-to-end points here, what do we care? Just because you were already parked where you needed to be to go.
It's like I tell people when I write code and stuff, I usually just write it and get it done. You know, do I care if the program runs in 0.02 seconds or 0.0110 seconds? It doesn't matter. A few extra million lines of code don't make no difference.
Well, on the mainframe, you don't need to. You aren't running on a device. Oh. You're running on the mainframe, so
she
yeah.
She figured it out. Come on.
She did. She figured it out.
Yeah.
Which is vitally important versus...
Plus, that bumped up our mileage. Look, instead of just getting like 0.1 miles, we got like 0.2 miles there inside before we got out of the driveway.
Well, obviously, Don will take over if he needs to, but on the other hand... We're trying to have a really high percentage day here, just for the fun.
Okay. Yeah. Got to beat Adam and Richard.
Come on, Richard. Stay in the game. Stay in the game. It's not about the number of miles. It's only about the number of miles on FSD.
That's right.
Don will be tracking most of his to and from South Park.
Yeah, this should be a pretty straightforward. Of course, I don't know how she's gonna go kind of the back way, which is fine.
Yeah, she appears to be going the back way.
Yeah. Of course, now we have a rattle.
I think that's the luggage rack back there.
Yeah, we've got stuff in the back. And hopefully it won't rattle all the way. Otherwise, I'll have to stop.
Yeah, we won't be able to deal with that. I have the Grinch wreath to build, but instead of bringing my normal super duper safe storage bin, I have one of the table trays because I need a flatter spot to build a wreath than the storage bin would be. So I don't know. I'll give it a try. Phew. There was a squirrel. He got there was another car coming, so that would have prevented the FSD or Dawn from making some evasive movers.
Guess I was thinking, oh, that crazy car is going to swing and try to miss the squirrel and cause a head-on collision. Yeah, that was more of what my thinking was.
And I was worried the AI's preservation of all life would cause it to depart the road to miss the squirrel and the car. So, but neither of those things happened.
So anyway, the whole new FSD 14.2 has the...
Oh boy.
Yeah, well, I was going to wash the windshield and do all that, but then it was like it's still raining, misty, and it's like, never mind. Because as soon as we get behind somebody, it's going to put crap up on the windshield.
Well, and she's going to wash it 10 times today for you anyway, so, yeah.
Well, it's her job. She's the one that's driving, so she wants to clean the windshield. Go for it.
So if we get down there around 12, we'll try to get turned around by 1:30. I do have to give Gray the medicine when we first thing when I get there, and it takes 45 minutes to an hour to be really good effective. But we've got several things to do down there, so that you'd be surprised how fast an hour evaporates on the ground in Charlotte helping Johnny.
Yeah.
Get ready to, be gone for the weekend.
As clear as she goes. Oh, but she's trying to turn. She's going. Oh, she
waited too long and let another.
I would call that that was subpar.
Inefficient. It was inefficient.
It wasn't unsafe. It was just subpar. Because I would have went. And what happened, I think, is that truck had its headlights on, good. But the cars come in the other direction. Between the two things, she was probably going back and forth and waited one breath too long.
Yeah, and here's where we pull out from the 35-mile-an-hour street onto this street where it's 45. And because she hasn't seen this 45 sign yet, she hasn't bumped up the speed. We got to do something about that.
Well, on these roads, so did you bump it up to 45?
It said, well, it's registered to 45 sign, but it's not bumping up very fast.
Yeah.
But
I guess I could go to standard. We could try standard.
Right. Well, we're not in the city. We're not doing city driving here. We're going to be doing back roads driving, and if we go fast around the curves a little bit, woohoo! We just went past the training operations center for Sharon Harris Nuclear Power Plant, and there was a Tesla plugged in and charging. That's nice, cheap electricity. I'm sure it's free for employees. You just know it's got to be. The plant's like another mile or two down the road. There goes a Rivian just turned off. He's been up front there for a while, and we just passed another Rivian coming in the opposite direction, towing a boat out to the lake, probably Sharon Harris Lake around the nuclear power plant. Yeah, when I moved here, everybody called it Sharon Harris. Dawn called it Sharon Harris. It was Sharon Harris, and I guess it's spelled funny, Shearon. I guess people, they just couldn't deal with it, so now they just call it Harris. But so I go back and forth because I'm old school. Anyway, I thought you'd appreciate knowing about the Tesla pulling the boat. I mean, the Rivian pulling the boat.
All right, we have a green arrow.
All right. And we have a person wanting to make a right that actually waited. So that's good, too. That was the cooler back there on the floor, the little...
Hey, he ran out of gas. Did you see that? He had the thing.
Was that what he was doing?
Taking gas from the off-road tank and putting it in his tank. He'd get himself in trouble for that.
Well, hopefully Robot will get us away from this dump truck. He does not have, he has mud flaps, but they're not proper mud flaps.
Yeah.
He almost might as well not have them. They're so short.
Yeah.
So traffic in the other direction, headed into Cary, Raleigh, on US 1 here is much heavier than normal. But it's moving at speed. It's not too heavy, but goodness gracious, and the number of FedEx trucks. Although that's because the FedEx hub is over here in New Hill.
That's right.
Yeah, they have, our stuff comes out of New Hill, so that makes total sense that we're passing one FedEx truck after the other.
Speak of the FedEx truck.
Wow, that's just a lot of FedEx trucks. So I had the one tree come from Mr. Maple yesterday, and there was a slight mix-up with boxing my trees, and it worked out in my favor, and it's no big deal. But there's there's 2 more trees coming next week, and I told him, I said, hold them until Wednesday, 12/3, because do not ship them out Black Friday weekend. I can't. Well, I don't like them to ever ship them where they get delivered on Saturday, because if FedEx has a miss, then it sits in the warehouse until Monday morning.
Right.
Possibly, probably. And in the summertime, that would matter. In the wintertime, right now, it's not going to matter so much. But anyway, they said they'll have them picked up Wednesday, which means I probably get them Thursday. But if I don't get it till Friday, that's okay. Yeah, I don't know exactly where they get on US 1, but we're coming up here on New Hill pretty soon. Anyway, you got to take into consideration about having certain things delivered. Like I needed to pay for Johnny's tuition for next semester, so I paid it yesterday. And one year I paid it like on Black Friday or something, and it took a little longer for the transaction to happen, and then I was a little, don't make huge money transfers Black Friday weekend either. Do it before or do it after if you can avoid it. That would just be my recommendation, because they're getting on here, I guess. There's a whole bunch of them. There's one right after the other. Pretty funny. But we still want our driver Brandon back. This new driver thing FedEx is putting me through is making me mad, because a guy left my Mr. Maple box out at the mailbox yesterday because he was too lazy to bring it down to the house. And that's all it is laziness, because he knows he can come down to the house. And Brandon's supposed to be overseeing those guys, so if Brandon ever stops by to say hello, which he said he might do, because sometimes as their supervisor, he'll be on the ground driving around Fuquay, I will definitely be giving him an earful. Yeah, the nice kid that's apparently our Saturday driver, he's good. So anyway, I don't know. I wasn't happy. Don's, working and not paying attention to the Ring. Yeah, Don, well, first off, he doesn't have the Ring app usually open on his phone. Like, he goes into Ring twice a year if he needs to, right? That's all on me. And I don't normally pay attention when I'm away from the house because Don's home. Why do I care? But yesterday, because my tree was getting delivered and I had like UPS come in and USPS delivering something and Amazon come in, and so I saw an email flash by, FedEx delivered your package, and I went to look just at the camera for the carport, and he never came up to the house. So then I started sleuthing the other cameras, and I saw in place that now that we got that camera down at the end of the driveway, I saw the truck in the cul-de-sac and I saw the box at the mailbox. So then I pinged on A to make sure I got his attention to go get my tree from the street before somebody took it. So anyway, I continue to not be happy with FedEx. So far, so good with the wreath. They had us build the one that has the holder for hanging it, and cool. I guess we're lucky now we've got this car in front of us separating us from the dump truck, although we'd be even luckier since it's 55 here and we're doing 45 if the darn dump truck would get the heck out of the way. I was going to share one other delivery thing. So I go out to the garage probably to do a 3D print something, and there's this person walking down the cement part of the driveway toward the street, and it took me a couple seconds to recognize that he had an Amazon vest on. And I said, hi. And he said, hey, and I said, then when he turned, I saw the vest, and he said, I left your package, and I said, thanks. And I said, you know, you can drive up here and turn around. And he said, yeah, my company won't let me do that. And I said, well, we've had 5 other deliveries from Amazon this week, and they drove up here and turned around. And he said, oh. And I said, thanks for bringing my package. Where'd you leave it? And he said, by the garage door, which is what the profile says. And I said, okay, well, thanks again. And I, went into the garage. I tried not to sound anything other than pleasant, because if he wants to, I think I might have said, yeah, it's a pretty day for a walk or something like that. I mean, if you want to walk 400 feet from the street and up that hill and slow yourself down and get some exercise out of the truck, I mean, but my point was a little bit too, is I'm not sure how he got where he did that. Well, it's possible something went off in the house to alert me someone was on the yard, but because I had left the house and was walking to the garage, I didn't hear it. I would have heard it in the house or in the garage, but not between the house and the garage. But you don't want, well, I mean, at my house, it's kind of odd to come out and someone that you don't know be walking on the property, okay? But he was identifiable, but still. So I'm breathing. I have stuff coming from Amazon today. Now, we should be back plenty early, and I got the automation to turn the lights on now, but I really hate this sickening feeling of like I've got to worry all the time if the drivers are going to actually bring the package to the house or not. So I think that makes the 3rd time we've had somebody do something funky now. Definitely 2 times, but maybe 3 times. That's a Kendall color car.
Yeah.
Model 3, older Model 3 with the original silver. So anyway, I got actually have quite a few things coming today. So please, Amazon driver, do the right thing and set my packages in front of the garage if you come before I get home. Well, bag 1 went smooth and created the structure for the wreath. And it seems nice and sturdy. We're on 421 421 approaching Greensboro. So far, so good. Don just plugged in Salisbury for the supercharger. We had intentionally not put in home or anything else because it seemed to be offering us route changes if we didn't do that. Whereas if we did more stops, it didn't have as many choices, and we were hoping that it was a little more capable to reroute us around a mess if we didn't make the route too complicated. We had plugged in and saw we could go all the way home with 16%. And of course, that can go up and down, increase the safety margin or reduce the arrival percentage. But we've always got Siler City on the way in. So from our perspective, we don't have to think about it too hard.
Right.
But we're going to stop and use the restroom in Salisbury. It's looking fine right now.
And that top up, that 10 minutes in Salisbury will probably, even if we hit bad traffic and get stuck in traffic, we'll have plenty of range.
Yeah, there would be no way, pretty much no way if,
wow,
well, that's impressive. She got us over here in the right lane because she must, because we got to get off at this exit, get on to 85. That was good. She
detected that there's a string of traffic and we need to get off up here, and that traffic is all probably going to get off up here too.
Yeah.
So she got over while she could.
Which was good. That was good. Anyway, the quick top up just, while we use the restroom just gives us even more options for the return trip. But we would be hard pressed to not be able to make the Siler City supercharger even if we couldn't make it all the way home. So we don't worry too much on this well-known route. The truck had a green light. The guy behind us, oh, that's just great. We should turn around right in the middle of the road there. Okay, because he's special. Robot did not honor the red flag or the pole sticking out very well.
Yes.
It gave us no confidence that she was aware that it was there and wouldn't hit it.
Right.
But Don didn't take over because that would have ruined his end-to-end.
Well, I was very closely, I was supervising intimately.
Yeah, that's what I said. You didn't take over, but you were watching very carefully. But that would have ruined your, end-to-end thing here. So is she going to park at the supercharger?
Well, she knows she's supposed to get to the supercharger, so let's see what she does.
We got a lighting in here.
And
Now, Robot, we prefer the one around the corner. Just letting you know, there's ones over here around the corner. There's one on the end here. It's not in use.
I don't know what she's going to do.
She's going to back in. She's 100% going to back in.
Right, way cool. Now this is at a... I've not done anything.
Well, we've parked at a couple other superchargers already. But yeah, she's backing in just fine. Mirror looks good on my side.
Damn, she did better than I could have. I haven't.
Ooh, Daddy, end to end. Woo! Woo!
Yeah, all right.
We're currently 12% home, so, 13%, it just changed. So we're going to sit here for something less than 5 minutes and then leave.
Yeah.
98%, baby, 98%.
Well, wait a minute. Now, where's this? What the hell?
I guess it's only for today. It's not cumulative now for just since 14.2 went on.
Yeah, but where was this 2 miles? I didn't drive no 2 miles without,
Or maybe it is including yesterday's, because we had 12 miles though.
No, that's including yesterday's. That's so that is cumulative, because yesterday we had 10 and a half with FSD and 12
total.
Right.
12 total, so 2 something. Okay, but you're up to 98%. Read them and weep. Read them and weep. All right, what you gonna do? Well, that line of traffic thankfully moved out of the way. Now we got to go right or left here?
We got to go right.
Right, okay.
She'll get over.
That's right. That's why we don't like to come to Salisbury on the way home, because then we have to make a left turn.
Right.
Us efficient people.
Well, right. And then Thomasville's on the right, so we like to stop at Thomasville on the way home.
On the way home.
Right.
Yep. I've got a lunch packed for Johnny today, so we technically don't really need to stop back at Culver's on the way home. And Don's got a piece of pecan pie.
Yeah, baby.
How do you say it?
Pecan pie?
Is that how you pronounce it from Alabama? It's not pecan?
I don't call it pecan pie.
Pecan. I think you'll find I go back and forth. I can't make up my mind. But today it came out pecan, so pecan. I don't know. You know what I meant. We're going past Concord Mills, where the Lego store and the supercharger is. When you get to Concord, you know you're basically at the school. We're 11 minutes out, 10 minutes out, something like that. And this will be the worst traffic of the day, congestion-wise, assuming it stays flowing. It's just really thick. Don's in hurry. That's been working pretty good for him out here on the highway. Well, it got us off at 85 and it put us on 485. When you get to Concord, you got about 5 options to get to the school. You got going in on 49, going in on maybe it's 29, 49, getting off on 485. I mean, there's ways. So wherever the car thinks is most efficient and there's no traffic stoppages works for us.
Yeah, we've had no traffic. I mean, it's been heavy, high volume, but it's been moving. There's been no holdup.
Yep. She's got to get us over a lane so that we can take the left turn lane to get into the apartment complex.
Yeah, traffic is pretty, it's like you would think. People out and about.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of shopping on this road, so
yes,
it's going to stay kind of busy. Target, Walmart, IKEA, people out doing Christmas shopping, getting stuff ready for family coming over tomorrow, etc.
Yeah, plus this is 49. People coming in from the non-interstates, they come up to 49 and we'd be taking 49 in.
Well, she put on the turn signal to get over, and the car that was over there, they sped up to intentionally not let you get over. I saw it in the screen, but that's okay. But the little VW there, he don't let people over.
That's right.
Well, I thought that's where the turn lane we were going. I guess it's the next turn lane.
Yeah, I think so.
All these apartment complexes over here, they have a very very similar look to them.
Yeah.
We're gonna dumpster dive. No, we're gonna pull up near the dumpster to get the stuff up to the apartment, and then Dawn will park and off on the street.
Well, this is a very interesting thing of trying to decide where she's gonna park. It looks like she's gonna try to go into the parking deck. So I guess I'm going to have to.
Right. Well, after you come in here, there's no not going through the parking deck to get to Johnny.
Right. No, I meant she's going to stay in the parking deck.
Okay. Well, you're allowed to take over in the last little bit because the cars don't keep track of that anymore as a thing. Yeah, I agree. She's going to try to put you in the parking deck is what it's showing. I agree with your assessment.
Yeah, so we just want to go straight through the parking garage.
Right. Oh, whoa, where is she taking us now? Not where we wanted to go. It's a circle. Yeah, she went off map.
I'm not going to let her go.
She went off map. Don't go right. She can go left, but she can't go right. All right, sweetheart. This time, let's exit the circle in the right place.
If she tries to go away, I'll cancel it.
Nope.
All right. That was not an intervention.
Well, we were very close to having to take over, but she didn't seem to be able to think that it was okay to make that turn there. Well, the first time I came through there, I was confused if it was one way and if it was safe or not. So I'm not going to fault the car on that because as a human driver, I didn't know what was okay there the first time either.
See, this is what we need chauffeur mode. We need to be able to say, hey, car, over there, go into the garage.
Yeah, over there. Yeah, over there. So I don't know exactly how long we were on the ground, something a little over an hour. But when we come back Sunday, we've only got 1 or 2 small tasks to do and we can get back on the road quicker. Because remember, we're more concerned about Sunday Thanksgiving traffic than today. We're solidly in the middle of the day today, so that's all good. We got Gray. She's loaded up here. There's Johnny, happy to be headed home for the weekend. And Don did lose a couple of tenths of a mile circling the apartment complex because he had to park and then come back for us.
Really?
But we're hoping to have a good trip home without any more loss of mile. Oh, it's making a left here. Well, I mean, left is the way to go, but it's making this left. It waited to get out.
Needs to go or not?
No, that wasn't enough space. And
who?
Well, I would have never gone in that gap.
Would've.
Well, that's you. We are in a Tesla. I do get that. It's going to be a nice break after this car.
My granny could pull out in that.
Exactly. Well, you know.
The shoe fits.
I have a pretty good track record.
You have an X better than I do. I've had more accidents than you have.
So let's, but the last 2 weren't your fault. They just happened to be in my car.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to say a big thank you and big kudos to the Tesla team for getting 14.2 out to us for the holiday traffic weekend drive. Because it's making a difference out here. It's the most effective and safe FSD release yet. And it's doing a really good job today. We're in hurry right now. Today, hurry is working good on the interstate to stay at, a good speed. Not be poking. The car has got us out of the way. A car came up behind us really fast. And you should have seen Robot whip us over into the middle lane to make room for that car to go by. And then when it felt we were not going fast enough, it got us back in the left lane again.
Yeah.
So
it definitely keeps up with traffic in hurry mode. It doesn't tend to lag.
Yeah. So I would say on 14.2, we're a lot less unhappy with the speed profiles.
Right.
Kind of sucks to have to put yourself in sloth mode in downtown Fuquay, but at least we can get it to do good things now. So, and I'm sorry about that. And that's unusual. There were not 1 but 2 dead deer since I started filming. Well, there was just a guy last night in the Tesla Owners of North Carolina on Facebook talking about hitting a deer. It is unfortunately very common. So we're well north of Charlotte now. We're approaching Greensboro. We're in the High Point area, I guess. And the traffic has thinned on 85, which is to be expected on this portion. And we're on target to get off at 421, the normal way home. But all of a sudden, we're driving down the road. We're listening to our book. I woke up from my nap. I'm back working on the last bag 3 number of the Lego thing. And the car exits the interstate and decides that we have to charge now here in Archdale. And we hate that. We won't. Archdale, just say no. So we think that's the one we really don't want to stop at. So anyway, Don just went straight at the stoplight and got right back on the interstate, irritated that he had to pull out a FSD long enough to do that. I told it to remove charging stops. It currently says we won't get home at 5%, but we better stay below 60 mile an hour. You can see how great Don and the car are doing that. We're going we're going within a half a mile of the Siler City Supercharger. It does require us to go the wrong direction for a half a mile, but that's okay. We're just going to decide when we come past there. We're probably going to swing in for long enough to make the car happy that we can get home.
Right, well,
but right now we're choosing to ignore it.
Right, but the real thing is, I don't know what happened
to the 7%. It went from 12% down to 7%, didn't it?
We started at 19% at Johnny's apartment, and then, as you said, it went down. I don't know why it's gone down.
It recalculated so low.
Right, and I've never had it recalculate like that before.
Well, maybe in hurry you're driving a little bit faster than typical. You're up over 70 miles up. You're close to 80. Maybe it.
Right. Well, but
headwinds.
But we normally drive 75. I mean, maybe the 5 miles an hour faster has done what you said. But that's a lot of range for 5 miles an hour.
Yeah. Well, they did.
Oh, we got a tire low or something that I don't know about?
Nope, they're all good.
Yeah, well.
We did run over a piece of plastic in the road that made a little bit of a thump.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to have damaged the tire. No, it didn't seem to damage the car either. Well, it just was a noise.
Right, well what it was is it really didn't run over it. It was went underneath the car, and just the airflow underneath the car with the piece of plastic caused it to roll, and so it bumped on underside of the car a couple times as it shot out the back. But it wasn't a piece of metal. It was something. It wasn't really heavy. I'm not worried about puncturing battery pack. It was not that kind of a thing. But anyway, it was unfortunate.
Right. So we got 86 miles of range right now, according to this thing, which was 20. Sorry, I'm trying to make it so you can see it. 86 miles, which is 29%, and it says we're 79 miles from the house.
Right. Well, where's the old energy consumption thing? Remember that energy?
Yeah. Trips. I thought it was under trips. I'm thinking.
I know yours. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Auto charging.
Well, anyway, we lost some range that we don't understand, and now it really wants us to charge in order to get to the house.
Right, and we probably will, but it'll be Siler City.
Yep. Well, getting off on 421, there's a slowdown, but there's not a slowdown past getting off, so we're going to stick it out. Which might have been one of the reasons why the car routed us to one of the other things, but I think no matter which way we went at this point, we had to come past here. So,
right, that's correct.
Well, except if we went all the way around through Burlington and Mebane, and there's just no way. I don't know. Cars just can't handle changing from one.
Merging, yeah.
Merging.
It's not a free-flowing merge down here.
It's not?
No, I don't think so. When we get up on there, it's not a bad merge though. It's not one of those abrupt, you got to get over type merges, but it's not a totally free-flowing. Well, I guess it is free-flowing, but you still have to get out of the lane that you're in.
Right.
You can't just sit in this lane.
Well, I'd say that's just a bunch of silliness back there and people's inability to drive. But anyway, we're glad that 421 is not actually backed up.
Right, because going south from here, it gets thinner. I mean, the north of here is a lot, but south of here is nothing. Yeah, this is one where you got to get over, you got to get over again, you got to get over again.
Well, we were down to 4%, and we're stopping here in Siler City for a quick charge and go.
Yeah, prudence to, don't want to spoil our entire weekend because we got miscalculated a little bit.
Well, we always say you got to listen to the car.
Yeah.
And the car clearly said slow down to reach your destination or stop and charge.
Yeah.
And so if you refuse to slow down and you don't stop and charge, then it's nobody's fault but your own that you're on the side of the road, and we can't afford that on a holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Apparently she's going to circle the food line. She does not need to circle the food line to get to the charger, but apparently that's what she says she's going to do, and we'll see if she actually does it. Because you should come here, like go down to the dental place and then go left, or turn left here and go into the supercharger.
Yeah, right.
The supercharger's right there, right there. The last thing you need to do is circle the food line. But if she, she says she's going to the right. There's a supercharger robot. It's right there. We've been around seen the back side of the store before. There really isn't a problem with letting her do that, but that was unnecessary.
But we're letting her do it.
Oh, well, why she thinks she's going to, she decides she...
No idea.
I don't know. Now she's off in no man's land.
I don't know what she's doing.
But we'll let her try to figure it out again. We're not out of options yet, but pretty soon Dawn's going to have to take over.
Yeah, she's not doing anything wrong.
She doesn't know where she is in the parking. She's lost the super... How can you lose the supercharger? It's right here. I did accidentally touch the screen, but it's right there. Don't lose the supercharger. I don't think the pedestrian standing sort of out in the middle of the road really shouldn't have caused a navigational error.
She went around the pedestrian and then made the turn.
Yeah.
We're going to let her
mess up one more time.
Struggle a little bit more.
Can you do the left turn?
Why would I do the left turn? She's doing such a good job.
Because we don't want to do this again.
All right.
All right.
I took control. Fail.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to figure out which was less driving. Probably going back behind the food line.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I don't know why she wouldn't do what she said she was going to do. I mean, it wasn't what she should have done, but it was a perfectly legal maneuver. So that's twice today. She couldn't finish following a perfectly acceptable navigation on the screen.
That's right.
Like she just was going to go in a circle twice.
Like FSD.
So you've got her in self-driving again, though.
I'm going to see she'll park.
Oh, well, I'm sure she's going to park now that we got her over here.
All right. So she's going to do okay. Other than that, she couldn't get here. And she didn't do a particularly good job parking. Well, that Rivian straddling the parking places sort of probably made her
a little we're on the line, but other than that, it's okay. Well, since we're not too crowded here, we'll just stay on the line.
We may have to move it too far.
You can't reach?
Too far.
Can't reach.
Double fail.
Sorry. Well, it was a little... Well, she should have just... She didn't need to worry about where the Rivian was except for not hitting it. And she should have just paid attention to the lines.
Yeah. She could have did about anything than what she did.
Wow. That was a little disappointing. Only because we're shooting for a perfect day.
Yeah.
Now we're straddling the line. It ought to be fine. So we're at 18%, which is 55 miles. We've got 46 miles to the house. And come back over to charging. We don't really need that. Yeah, she estimated charge times 1 minute. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Took her longer to get to the supercharger.
So can I blame you for not spending 3 more minutes at Culver's?
Well, yeah, sure, absolutely. Blame me. But I want to know what happened to my 19%.
Right. I'll try to see in Teslafy if I could figure it out. Or you can. One of the two. We'll look at it. So we should get plenty good supercharging. I mean, speed right now. We're at 228 kilowatts.
Yeah. Yeah, it ought to be like clicking right on up.
232.
He's home at 6%, 7%. Well, we're gonna wait until she says continue your trip, and then we're gonna leave.
We're already dropping back down now. We were 233 was the high, when she's slowly coming back down. Estimated time to charge. You can leave now.
Well, it's going to do the recalculating. It takes it a little bit here to do that.
Is she still trying to take us to Sanford?
I have no idea.
I'm not going to Sanford today, Car. I'm not.
No, Sanford's down here.
Oh, okay. So this is fine then.
Yeah, I don't know which one's which.
Well, this would be the quickest charging stop in history.
All right.
She says home at 10%.
Is that good enough for you? You happy with that?
I'm not answering very quick. How about 12%?
All right, we'll go up to 12%.
I mean, we're already stopped. So I'm not usually ever impatient to wait a couple more minutes to pull out.
Yeah, but it's costing me money. How much is this costing
me? Oh,
me?
come on. Now it says 12%. You can get out now.
Okay, I can get out now? What's she charging at? 191 kilowatts. So that's why it jumped up to 12% so fast, is because
we're still rocking.
Yeah, we're still doing it. But I'm paying for this, and I don't really want to pay for it.
Right. Well, we paid. We lost 10 minutes pulling in, circling the Food Lion. It's fine. We're going to get home at 4:30. That's plenty good time today.
Well, we always said that Siler City was always our bailout point going home. We always said that.
Well, and the thing is we never try to not stop on the way home. We always stop long enough to use the restroom and then, and then keep on going. And today we thought we'd be sassy and not stop. So, all right, here we go.
I'll see if she gets out of here any better.
Right.
I can't tell what she's going to do. I still don't know what she's going to do.
It looks like she's going to turn right here.
She needs to turn here.
Well, she needs to turn left, and she's turning to the right. So she's going to circle the bank for no reason. Just saying, this is not what she should have done under any thought process.
Yeah, let's see what she's going to do now.
She thinks she's going to turn right out of here. And she can't. She shouldn't do that. Don't let her do that.
I'm not going to let her. She's going to turn right.
Well, okay. Well, that was... See, there's the stoplight where you turn left to go home. Yeah. When you leave the Food Lion properly instead of going to the wrong exit.
Yeah.
So she is all hosed on where that supercharger is.
Obviously, we're about the first car that ever full self-drive
into that supercharger. So how do we report that? You know, it feels so helpless you can't provide feedback sometimes.
She's going to 0.1 miles. She's going to do some kind of turn.
Yeah, she's going to do a left and a left and a left.
Yeah, well, none of these turns are good left turns. I mean, none of this is good. But hey, you know,
Don didn't have to take over so he could preserve his 99% FSD for today. But it's only 100 feet, 500 feet. It's pretty quick. So it's, but... She could have just, oh God, now we're going to get stuff at the stoplight.
Yeah, and it'll be back up, and we won't get a turn light. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
I'm biting my lip.
Well, I'm being patient. I told Marianne I will put my super duper patience hat on all weekend because she asked me to do that, and I'm putting my patience hat.
Well, everybody's got to be patient on the holiday weekend, and in our case, and besides being patient, like at the grocery store and stuff, you got to be patient with the car.
So what's she gonna do?
She's gonna turn left here.
Yeah. I hope she goes quick.
If she does, she can go.
Right. But the problem is this guy up here at the stop sign. He wants to make a left turn. She's not trying to make a right turn. And she doesn't know where she's going. She's going. Like I said, he's making a left turn. He's going to sit there. And he's not going to use the center lane. He's going to wait until it's clear both directions.
Yep, that was a painful mistake. Well, there's a difference between... Well, I mean, I guess... he gave up.
All right.
Well, he could have waited.
Go, girl.
And now there's nobody to the left. Hopefully he didn't give up and he changed his mind about where he's going. All right, well,
we're good.
That was painful, but we're in the right direction now.
Yeah. I should have let her drive around the parking lot a few more times before taking control. I should have just seen how long it was going to take her to figure out.
Twice was enough for me. Thanks.
Well, we were going to stop at this anyway, this thing. So she just really wants to make sure we hit everything that we were supposed to hit. Plus some new stuff she added for our enjoyment.
Just remember, there was nothing unsafe about anything that we did. It just irritated, the car irritated its human.
Yeah, when they have, say, the AI is really smart, no, believe them.
All right. Well, we're glad we're not headed to Grandma's house that way.
Yeah.
It's all slow getting onto 421. Again, 421's fine, but I guess getting onto 421 is not so fine.
That's right. People are slow to get on. Slow to get moving. Those traffic lights probably mess up 2 traffic lights in a row.
Yep.
Especially when they're not coordinated, and I'm sure these are not. They definitely could cause a backup when there's a lot of people wanting to get that particular direction.
Well, there's no good way for us to avoid the Target in Holly Springs on the way home, and that stretch of 55 is liable to be...
I don't know that we're going to go
we're going to go in the back way from around there. Yeah, well, it's early enough in the day we can do that. Okay. Because I bet Highway 55 over in Holly Springs is not someplace we want to be right now.
Yeah, I think we're going to take the back way, and this is, in fact, even this one is the better one than that one.
Okay. Well, we have plenty of range now. We can go whichever
way
we want. Well, it's 4:30 and we're pulling up at home. I did finish the wreath. It has the hanger, but it also has a little stand thing if you want to set it on a table like a picture frame. Amazon and UPS have been here, but Amazon's coming again. They're 10 stops away, Donnie. Probably 8 stops away now, so... Your subscribe and save came, but then I've got stuff coming now. So, anyway, we get down the driveway before Amazon. We don't want to meet on the driveway. That's all I was trying to say. But I'm waiting to stop recording because we got to glance at your glorious percentages for FSD today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, we really didn't work too hard at it. I mean, we joked about it and we thought about it a few times, but we really didn't.
Well, there it goes.
There goes the garage door. Okay. Let's look. 99%. And 300, you're at 320 miles. 21.8 miles using it. And 324.4 total. So you're, approximately 3 miles off.
Yeah.
Didn't add too much time off today.
No. Well,
yeah.
Yeah, well, just driving around Johnny's.
You don't want to pull in.
Okay.
Maybe just pull up over here in the corner out of the way or something, or wherever we won't distress the Amazon driver.